Hey YouTube! So today I'm doing another 3 marker challenge. I know I just barely did one, but I wanted to do another. I really liked how the last one turned out and decided to try my luck again. So unfortunately, in this video I got 3 colors that did not work well together. So when I finished this piece, I really didn't like it. I didn't like how it turned out. All the colors were so saturated that I got in this set. And it was just not nice. But now that I look at it again, I do like it a bit more. The colors are very just in your face, but I think they worked alright in the end. Yeah, so in this picture, I'm doing a sketch that I drew a little while ago. I hadn't colored it yet, and I was like, let's use this for the 3 marker challenge. So I did this sketch way before choosing the markers, of course, and I had this sketch chosen out before I decided to go and pick my markers. So in this one, I did try and experiment with mixing the colors a bit. It was a bit difficult at times just because we had this really dark blue and then this really saturated scarlet color and this green that was also very bright. And in this 3 marker challenge, I decided to use my Ohuhu markers. I don't use them too often, but that's because I think they're way too saturated most of the time. I do try and use them every once in a while. I just have a hard time telling what color's what if I don't have a little swatch sheet nearby. So as you can see off to the side, I do have my little swatch sheet. It's very messy, but swatch sheet nonetheless. But anyways, I decided to use this red marker to do the shadows. May or may not have been the best idea, but I did it anyway, so I think it kind of made her skin look more skinny, I guess. It gave more life to her skin instead of being very like blue. I think the blue would have been a bit too intense to do for the shadows, and I don't really like doing green for shadows. I've tried it before and it doesn't really work very well. So yeah, I decided to do a warm color because I love doing warm colors as my shadow colors. And I did actually have some trouble coloring this piece in. I don't normally use markers that don't have brush tips, so I ended up using the chisel tip. I actually really do like chisel tips on my markers. I like them more than bullet tips. So yeah, I ended up using that a little bit more than the bullet nib. I use the bullet nib only for like places where I need to get some details in. And one part that I really like how it turned out on this piece is number 1, the color of the hair. It wasn't really what I planned at first. I planned to do the blue to the red, and you saw me doing that earlier, and then I decided that that wasn't going to blend well. So I did blue to green, and that actually worked very nicely, surprisingly enough. And something that I really like how it turned out on this piece is the tattoos I did. I don't know what about them, they just really pop off the page. It wasn't something I expected. They look, I guess, realistic in a way. I feel like someone would have tattoos like that. They're very cartoony, I guess. They have very thick lines. Yeah, I kind of really do like how this piece doesn't really have any really soft shading in a way, except for maybe in the hair, but all the other shadows and stuff are very harsh, and they have a strict ending spot and everything. I don't know. There's something about that that I really like. I don't always like the super blended shadow stuff, but I do enjoy the whole just, I guess, cell shading, as you'd call it for like video games and stuff, where it's very strict where your shadows start and end. But yeah, that's kind of all I have to say about this picture, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye!